What's up, yo? Hey, just gonna do a quick breakdown of everything that's happened since 2011 and things that are going to come into play for America. First off, I'd like to thank everybody who has been a part of the process, the movement of truth, and to eradicate and dissolve all these falsified documents and lies and accusations and lobbying that has taken place in our great country that is on its way back to perfection. So, 2011, I am living with this woman and her two kids. I'm watching them as she's working, taking care of them, feeding them, and all these things. And I win a poker tournament, as you heard. I've told you. I won a poker tournament. I'm making some food as I do this. I'm starving. So I made. I won a poker tournament to get my rental car to get to Wenatchee for my disability hearing. I won in November of 2011, and shortly after that, everything just kind of seemed to start unraveling. It just was bizarre. So it's essentially it's when the gang stalking began for me. So saw a bunch of weird shit happening. I was like, just weird shit happening around me all the time, and I'm like, this is bizarre. And try talking, to the woman I was living with, and this, that, and the other. Uh, she didn't really have any response to it. It's like, okay. Then I started to run. Like I just would run away, and then I'd go back. Like this is just trying to figure it out. And then when I really started to notice that there was like something bigger than I could imagine at the time, was when the cops I noticed were involved. Like for example, like I felt like this like danger. I was at the apartment by myself. I'm like, man, it's a danger. Like so, I just went for a jog, and then the cops followed me, and then they're, hey, why don't you go back to your place? Why don't you go back to your apartment? I'm like, whoa, what the fuck do you care? Well, I'm just out here walking on the sidewalk. What's this about, right? Well, now we know there's a lot of, cops and that judges bought off, as we know. So that was, the first part. Then, I get to the point where I'm like, I gotta get some help because maybe it's me. So I go to a church, ask them for help. Like, can't get you a place to stay. I go to a mental institute in Moses Lake, right there behind Safeway, up on the hill, right next to the hospital. I was like, yeah, I'm hearing voices. And they're like, what do you want me to do? I was like, shit, you're the expert. You give me some medication in the bed. Just deal with it. That's what they told me. So I did. So I dealt with it, and here I am today. So, but there was an incident that really got blown out of proportion. We know why now, because the terrorist activity, the terrorist, one of the main things that the terrorists do is divide and conquer. So they got to get into the home first. So they got to take out the guy, take out the man, pin him with a bunch of charges that he didn't do, blow it out of proportion, keep him there as long as he can so they can get in there and maybe hump the wife or just get in her mind. So then when he comes out, he's got nothing left. He's got to start all over. Nobody believes him. They think he's some piece of shit. And then he's out on the street, giving up on life, which you see all over America. Well, they tried doing that with me, but they didn't know who they were fucking with now, did they? No, they didn't. So, to get into the details is just pointless at this juncture. So, fear in the house I was under. It's like the roommate, the mom was acting weird. The kids were in bed. She's following me around the apartment and like getting right up to me, like she was gonna do something to me. I was like, Selena, why don't you just give me some space? I'm like trying to figure out what the fuck's going on. She wouldn't do it. So one of the kids started coughing, and I was like, you better go check on so and so. I'm not gonna say his name. Go check on so and so. No. Yeah, he's coughing pretty bad. Sounds like he's choking on something. No, he's fine. Being weird, creepy like that. And I'm like, well, I tell you what, if he's fucking, if he coughs again, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna check on him. You know, and he kept coughing. So I said, get the fuck out the way. So I go in there and I smell meth. Okay, I go in there, it's like stinking like meth because they've blown it in the vents. Blowing the meth in the vents. And Halen's like, oh shit, I said his name. He's like, this, he like couldn't breathe. I was like, man, fuck this. Scooped up the kids right in front of her, took them out the door to the left, across the street where the dad's apartment was. Yelling for him. He ain't answering. I don't know which room or which apartment he's at. So I was like, fuck, I'll take him to Jessica and Wade's. They're good friends of ours. I watch their kids all the time. And so they weren't at home. I was like, well, fuck, I'll just go to the main road. So I took them just the street down. Cop pulled up, waved him down, said, hey man, there's a chemical smell in the house. I don't know what's going on. These kids are in trouble. They arrest me. I'm in jail 11 months, 2 psych evaluations that were inadmissible by Rafael Gonzalez because he threw me under the bus and he stopped defending me. Yeah. So they basically said, hey, tell you what, we'll just go through the book and you can pick the charge. They let me pick the charge. I was like, custodial interference. Yeah, that looks good. It's a misdemeanor. I'll play ball. Well, she's going to want to make it a felony. Why? I didn't do anything. Well, because you beat her in trial against the threat to kill that Cliff made, and she's mad about that. Oh, okay, well, whatever. So I was like, yeah, custodial interference, you make it a felony, whatever, okay. Because they want to take the guns from the men, the soldiers. Me. That didn't work either, now did it? No, it did not. So, let me get a little dab. Chili is so good. I just love candy. So, always a good choice. So that's what happened there. And then from then on, it's just been like gang stalk. And now I know what it is. Now everybody's aware of it. So that's what happened then. And that was the catalyst to get me in the fight. Now, 2007, I joined the Marines unknowingly to anybody but my girlfriend Crystal at the time and my mom and my dad, who I told. And I said, yeah, man, I tried to join the Marines, but they wouldn't take me. And Cliff goes, my sperm donor, yeah, I tried to join the Army a couple months ago, but they said I was too old. This motherfucker here. Dude. He'll say anything to compete with me. But, so that's just the tip of the iceberg there. So now, you know that bullshit story. But moving forward, because that's what Americans do. We take a lick and keep on ticking. So what we're going to do from here is start taking care of our communities. Okay, you're not going to have any longer. You're not going to have this looking down on people who are in a bad spot, or looking at somebody who gave up on life, looking at them like they're a piece of shit. You don't know that person's story. I can't move this hand. I'm missing a goddamn finger from a malpractice. They tried to kill me in an accident and I survived from it. I wasn't supposed to make it. 100 miles an hour, they just fucking drove off the road, tried to kill me. 100 miles an hour. 100 miles an hour. Dale Earnhardt died the same way. It killed him. Anyway. Intimidator. Number 3, baby. Alright. Oh, good wrench. So, like in Oregon, they have porta potties strategically placed in certain areas of the neighborhood. We're going to have that everywhere. They have little pantries in Oregon, food pantries. You can go any time of the day. It's just like, take a book, leave a book. So, people aren't going to be hungry anymore because that's another tactic. So you starve the people out, you make things too expensive, you put them in debt, you make things they can't own and afford, like housing, You got everybody on the street so they can go, I'm gonna take that kid, I'm gonna take that girl, I'm gonna take him out. They think they're picking the litter because these are little runt motherfuckers, short pieces of shit. And shit. So this right here, this is my fave. Anyway, where was that? Right, so we're gonna have where people can get food anytime. Because if you cure hunger, or not cure hunger, or where people aren't hungry, they're not desperate, which is what they have to do. It's an old Trojan horse tactic. You seize the transit of goods and stuff of the city, and then you can control the livestock, basically. Because, let me give you an example, and this will really put it in perspective for you. Say you're at home, you're 10 years old, boy or girl, which is all that there is. And, mom's like, dinner's ready, and you go sit down. She's like, no, we're having Travis over tonight. Again, Travis has your table, or your seated table. You go to your room. I can't eat? No, you didn't work. I'm 10 years old. Well, you need to get a job. See, that's what they do. They put this, insurmountable, stipulations on you for sustainability to where you just can't survive. Or you get pissed and start stealing food out of the cupboard, and then your mom catches you, and then you get in trouble. You go to jail. See, they pin all these felonies on you, which obviously you see my felonies bullshit. Probably 90%, if not more, of the men today in America with felonies, it's bullshit. And if you've ever been in the system like I have, most of it, the things I didn't do, we know why. You see it ain't nothing but to get you to sign. Because they want you to just bam, bam, thank you, man. Because they just want that money. They just want that money. They just want that money. And they're trying to control the strong man. If you want a strong man's goods, you must first bind the strong man. See, everything in the Bible is a code. Okay? It's a code. It's weaved with ways that they just can continue educating these rodents on how to take over a country. Real talk, son. So there's little things in there like when it says, I have betrothed you to one spouse. I've made you a chaste virgin for Christ. What? I have made you the bride of Christ. No, you didn't. I'm a motherfucking man, yo. I'm a man. Ain't no bride, motherfucker. So, because it's eventually, the plan is to turn men into homosexuals. So once a guy, has gone that way, or girl for the most part, it's just there's no coming back. So then you're in their pocket. See, so then they can control your mind. Power lines. We're gonna get rid of power lines. You know why? Because it picks your brain and it sends signals to your brain. It does. If you're walking into a high voltage power line without your hat on, guys, shave your head and go under a power line, and you can feel it's like little. Like you take a balloon, set electricity. It's electricity. Of course, it's gonna have some sort of reaction, but that's how they've been working. Yeah, I see you over there. Yeah, I see it. This is gonna happen. So just continue on your day. That away. That's how you do it. That's good. Yeah, that's smart thinking. That's a better choice. See, I got the car pulled. They ain't shit no more. They weren't to begin with. I just ain't playing. I ain't playing around. Cat's out of the bag. And I ain't want to fuck with, yo. I ain't want to fuck with, yo. That doesn't happen too long. Too much. Let's continue. So how they got the flip phones. They talk on the old networks. They call it the dark web. No, it's just old tech. The tech that we have today, this shit right here, we had this in 1960. Smartphones, smart glass, all that shit. We've had this shit for so long. But they, stagger it to where, they'll always be ahead. Which is the part of the deal is what their whole thing is. So, example I gave to one of their agents, it blew his fucking mind. He's just like this for like 10 minutes almost. He's like really, he's like this, like he wasn't the same for the rest of the night at the 7-Eleven he was working at. So this enemy is like he's got to pull you down, or the enemy is got to pull you down. It's like a dude in a pond, like with the straw, out from underneath the water. It's like to siphon your energy down, because they got to pull you down. See, so to finish the whole like deconstruction of the family and stuff. Once the guy he can't get a job because he's got a felony. He's like the system screwed him over, right? And then, his family's gone. He can't get nothing. He's just like on drugs, and he's just like, what do I do? Well, then his vibration's low. Well, then they come in and they fag you out, like what happened last time in Fremont when this dude put his hands on me. Because I just was like, God damn, man, what is the verdict of all this? He's like, come here, baby, we're going to go take you somewhere. Put his hands on me and try to kidnap me, basically. I about knocked his fucking ass out. Pushed his fucking ass down. They didn't go to the cameras to see he fucked with me. They put me in jail. And then I went back. I violated on purpose so I get some rest and relaxation. But I didn't get none of that in there. They were talking about keeping me. Guards were trying to intimidate me. There was a fight. I got in a fight every cell I was in. Fist fight. I mean, all kinds of shit. Like physical fight. 500. Yeah, it's the number I figured when I was a kid to make you a legitimate tough guy. Yeah, they copied Vin Diesel off me. Yeah, fuck Vin Diesel. He's a punk bitch. He ain't me. I'm a real street fighter. Yeah, I'm also known as the Fremont Street Fighter, one of the fucking MCs up on the stage. Hey, thank you, Fremont Street Fighter. Everybody knows who I am down there. Anyway, so, and like all that shit with sugar, it was to pop the pimple. It was to get them all up here, because I couldn't even watch Sugar play without 15 fucking guys trying to, like fucking faggot. Fucking faggot out. Maya, I told you. I'm like you didn't see, honey. You saw, And Rachel G, I don't give a fuck about her. She ain't nobody. No, man. I just use that as the fucking, it's the cat, like not callous, but as leverage, whatever. I just use one of the members. See, because anything I love or I'm into, they got a copy. Like I showed you just recently. This hat, they copy, like they bought the same hat, and then they sit with their phone, like this. We're the same. We got the same hat. And I'm like, motherfucker. And that's why you see on my TikTok feed, my public apology, second one, that I gave to Maya and the Girls and Sugar. But, I mean, come on, man. I'm a bigger artist than they ever were. I was a bigger artist than they ever were. I mean, they're a fucking karaoke band. I mean, come on, man. Like, I'm starstruck on that shit. Meeting all kinds of celebrities and shit. Brad Pitt. Saw Bill Murray. Benedict Cumberbatch. Jeff Bridges gave me a hug. I mean, just like, what's up? What's up, man? They know me. Christina Aguilera. Fuck you, man. Ain't nobody know who the fuck you are. Anyway, you ain't none. That's a specific butt fuck, not the rest of the people. And here's something else they do. After they have all the men broke down and they figure they got enough, then what they do is they bring in immigrants. They break down the borders and bring in immigrants to have the jobs. And they give them all kinds of stuff. Like, you notice how many immigrants like have houses, like 15 cars and shit? I'm an American, and I don't have nothing. I'm living out of a goddamn backpack, eating top ramen, sleeping on the fucking street, in my own country. Just like I told you with the whole deal. I'm gonna keep this at 20. So I told you the whole deal with mom and dad. Oh no, you go to your room because Travis is here to eat. He's got your meal. Man, and they got it all rigged with like the law and everything, the system, where you can't do anything because these guys are weak, uneducated, dumb as fuck, Down syndrome babies, and just greedy as fuck. And they ain't never gonna be nothing, They're just a piece of shit. But guess who's back? Red, white, and blue, motherfucker.